on the upcoming Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. That is the only time I will get that name right in the podcast. So just maybe, Jules, you can just paste over every time I get it wrong. And there's a few other tidbits here and there to fill the rest of our time. So as always, joining me on the show, R. Wagner, Will Saddleberg. How are you doing?
I'm good. The hurricane came and went in the night, and not a whole lot happened to me. I'm just tired.
Yeah, I was worried about you. I was like, I heard that it was coming kind of directly through the Orlando area, but thankfully it's just a Category 1, so bad, but could be a lot worse.
Any category hurricane can still wreck shit, and I'm very happy that nothing seems to have been damaged. I haven't gone out and looked at my car yet, but apartment is fine. The car looks fine from what I can see from the windows. I don't think there was a whole lot of damage in the greater Orlando area, because Disney World reopened its theme park starting at noon today, so that tells you how little the parks were damaged. Well, I shouldn't say that. There is definitely wind damage in certain areas, because, I mean, hurricane force winds basically covered from edge to edge of the peninsula at some point last night. But yeah, I mean,
this one did seem to sneak up on us. Like, it didn't get nearly as much attention as the one a few weeks ago.
We knew it was coming, like, before the weekend.
Well, national attention.
It wasn't national news. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't going to be, like, potentially a Category 5 storm.
Also, there was
like
elections.
we
That's fair. There was also that small event that happened on Tuesday.
Yeah, well, and I mean, also, it's one of those things that the only reason that it's really nationally newsworthy is because this is the latest that a hurricane has actually hit Florida in the month of November. November is supposed to be the end of hurricane season.
Right.
Yeah, it's the fourth hurricane to strike the U.S. in November ever. So yeah, that's crazy.
Democracy ends in November, but hurricanes stop at the end of October. That's the cutoff point. I don't know about you. Like that night, like, I'm obviously not American, so I have less skin in the game than you two, but it is such a profoundly anxious time. I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. That idea that you're not going to have results for days, weeks, potentially, is just like unbelievable to me. That you basically have to sit. Like, if you go to the New York Times homepage right now, you see nothing. You see nobody has crossed the threshold on either side. It is just a profoundly uncomfortable place to be as an observer.
Well, and like, we're just going back to a runoff. Like, this is over in a month. Either
That's
way,
true.
even
the
if
Senate
Maricopa County comes through.
Until then.
Yeah. So what a fun thing we do technically every year, but really every two, really. At
it
least
is
on a national scale.
Well, I mean, the electioneering begins the day after every cycle, so.
Yeah,
I was going to say, we don't even get a break. It's going to immediately start going into, like, primaries and everything. And everybody's like, oh, Ron DeSantis just won re-election and now he's going to go for the presidency. And I'm like, can he actually govern for 2 years?
No.
Can we get him to govern for 2
Mamma mia!
minutes? Sorry, Jules, I hate that you're going to have to bleep that.
Jules can cut out the part that I'm about to say now, which is like,
Whoa!
Jules, you can cut that out so I don't get angry tweets.
No, but Twitter's broken, so you're fine. Twitter,
Yeah.
you don't have a check mark, so people